Hello students, as in first video, we have read that Kezia was reluctant in her work, she was slow in her motion, and so her, her father would tell her to hurry up and remove his boots and keep them out of the room. And then he would ask her if she had been a good girl that day. I don't know, father. And Kezia replied that she did not know. So, why was she stammering? As you'll see, do, do, don't know, father, stammering. That is habit of stammering because she was not confident. A person is not confident when he has any feeling of fear. You don't know? If you stutter like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor. Stutter means to stammer, to speak with pauses. So here, Kezia's father is copying her and he also stammers like she did. He says to her that if she stuttered like that, then her mother would have to take her to the doctor for a checkup. She never stuttered with other people, had quite given it up, but only with father, because then she was trying so hard to say the words properly. Given it up means stopped doing it. Trying so hard means making a lot of efforts. So here the writer tells us that Kezia never stammered while she spoke to other people. It was only when she talked to her father that she lacked confidence. And that is why she tried very hard to speak properly and she stammered. What's the matter? What are you looking so raised about? Mother, I wish you taught this child not to appear on the brink of suicide. Here, Kezia, carry my teacup back to the table carefully. Raised means, what is the meaning of raised here? Unhappy, sad. On the brink of suicide means about to commit suicide. Suicide means kill oneself. Now, Kezia's father look at her. Looks at her. He feels that something is wrong with her, and he asked her why she is so unhappy. And then he tells the mother that she should teach Kezia to behave in a better way and she should not appear as if she is so unhappy that she is about to end her life. So he wants to say that Kezia seems to be so unhappy with her life that she did not want to live any longer. He hands her his teacup and asks her to place it back on the table. He was so big, his hands and his teeth, his neck, especially his mouth, when he yawned. Thinking about him alone was like thinking about a giant. Here, this is the feeling that this is the vision that Kezia has for her father. She feels that her father was so big, he was just like a giant. And the writer says that Kezia felt that his hand, his neck, and his mouth were all so huge, especially when he yawned. It seemed as if he was a huge monster, and whenever Kezia thought about her father, she felt that she was thinking about a giant. On Sunday afternoons, grandmother sent her down to the drawing room to have a nice talk with father and mother. So every Sunday during the afternoon, Kezia's grandmother sent her downstairs to the drawing room in order to spend time with her parents. So Kezia was supposed to behave in a very nice and decent way in front of her parents, and they had a formal get together. But the little girl always found mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa, his handkerchief on his face, as you can see in this picture also, his feet on one of the best cushions, as you'll see, sleeping soundly and snoring. Snoring means the sound produced by some people when they are sick. So here we feel that Kezia felt a bit neglected also. Every Sunday afternoon when she went to her parents to meet them in the drawing room and have a nice talk with them, they were busy doing their own things. Her mother was busy reading and her father was busy sleeping and snoring. So Kezia had this image of her parents in her mind. They did not talk with her, they did not spend time with her. On the other hand, they were busy doing their own things. As you can see in this picture also. Here is Kezia, Kezia's father and Kezia's mother. She sat on a stool, gravely watched him until he woke up, walked and stretched and asked the time, then looked at her. Gravely means, what is the meaning of gravely here? Seriously. So all the while Kezia's father was asleep, she would just sit on a stool and watch him carefully till the time he would wake up and stretch his body and then would ask the time and look at her. Don't stare so, Kezia, you look like a little brown owl. Kezia's father would compare Kezia to a little brown owl. Owl. He would say that Kezia was staring at him because she was staring at him just like an owl does. One day, when she was kept indoors with a cold, her grandmother told her that father's birthday was next week and suggested she should make him a pin cushion for a gift out a beautiful piece of yellow silk. Now, Kezia was not well. She had a cold, so she was supposed to stay at home. So her grandmother suggested that as she was at home and her father's birthday was approaching, she could make a birthday gift for him. She asked Kezia to make a pin cushion for him, and she also gave her a yellow colored fabric of silk to make the cushion. And laboriously with a double cotton, the little girl stitched three sides. And very laboriously means with lot of efforts and difficulty. Kezia put in lot of effort to make the birthday gift. She used double cotton and she stitched three sides of the cushion. But what to fill it with? But the question is, that was the question. Now Kezia had prepared the bag shaped of the cushion. She had to stitch the fourth side, and before that, she had to fill the cushion with something, and she did not know what to fill the cushion with. The grandmother was out in the garden, and she wandered into the mother's bedroom to look for scraps. Wandered means went into by chance, and scraps means small pieces of cloth or paper that are not needed. And so Kezia was confused that what should what should she used to fill the cushion with, as her grandmother was out in the garden and she was just looking for something. She reached her mother's bedroom. She was looking for bits of paper or cloth to stuff into the cushion. On the bed table, she discovered a great many sheets of fine paper, gathered them up, tore them into tiny pieces, and stuffed her case, then sewed up the fourth side. Now, Kezia is a small little girl and she's very young. Now, what she do? On the bed table, she found a heap of sheet of paper. So she just gathered all the sheets, then tore them and stuffed those pieces of paper into the cushion. And then she stitched the fourth side of the cushion, and she had prepared a birthday gift for her father. So many of you can relate to Kezia's act. Many children do such things unknowingly. They do not intend to create any mischief or harm anyone, but they end up doing it. Now, Kezia has torn some important papers. And that night, there was a hue and cry in the house. Father's great speech for the port authority and had been lost. Rooms were searched, servants questioned. Finally, mother came into Kezia's room. Now, there was a lot of shouting in the house because Kezia's father had prepared a speech for the port authority for a particular meeting and he was unable to find it. Now we all know where the speech has gone. It has been torn into tiny pieces and Kezia has stuffed it into the cushion. Rooms were searched. Now the family searched everywhere. They asked the servants, but no one knew where the sheets of paper had gone. And finally, the mother searched the Kezia's room. So now, students, you have to revise this chapter thoroughly, and after that, we'll forward with next video. Thank you.